The harshest lesson for Germany, the defeat of the fascists in 1945, seems to have faded from the minds of some of their hottest heads.
Russia has made its position clear. It reserves the right to use force against Germany if Berlin supplies long-range Taurus missiles to the Ukrainian armed forces. This statement was made on June 17th by Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova.
There's no doubt that the use of long-range systems is impossible without the direct involvement of military specialists from the producing countries, receiving NATO satellite reconnaissance data, programming flight missions, and so on. Essentially, German servicemen would be directly involved in planning and conducting combat operations against Russia. If these Taurus missiles or their modified versions under any label are used, along with all the consequences that follow.
This isn't just about missile shipments. It's about lines being crossed that didn't even exist during the Cold War. When Moscow starts explicitly mentioning 1941 and drawing parallels between Nazi Germany and current German officials, that's a diplomatic message written in bold red letters. The tone is no longer defensive, it's preemptive. Recently, it became public that Germany plans to purchase Typhoon missile systems from the United States, capable of striking targets up to 2,000 kilometers away, including deep inside Russia. Zakharova reacted to this development with biting sarcasm.
How interesting. It seems they've forgotten about democracy, about human rights. They're not concerned about who will be killed with their weapons. They don't feel the need to think about the civilian casualties, about the children. Astonishing. We've already pointed out Berlin's attempts to camouflage its insatiable desire to participate in strikes deep into Russian territory, while trying to shift all responsibility for the consequences onto the Ukrainians.
Let's be honest. When a government openly discusses the logistics of killing foreign soldiers before any actual attack, it's no longer defense policy, it's marketing. Germany's defense minister Boris Pistorius recently said that German troops are ready to kill Russian soldiers if NATO is attacked. The problem? Nobody in Russia or elsewhere has announced plans to attack NATO. As Zakharova pointed out, in 1941 it was Germany that attacked Russia, not the other way around. Today, the rhetoric of some German officials sounds dangerously close to propaganda cliches from 80 years ago. But this time, there's social media and satellites to document everything. Zakharova went further, warning about German involvement in Ukraine's defense industry.
As for Germany's role in producing long-range systems in Ukraine, there may be hidden plans to localize the assembly of the same Taurus missiles at Ukrainian defense plants. According to Pistorius, Berlin is, quote, not yet ready to supply Taurus directly to Kiev. But no matter how the authors of such schemes try to disguise it, they won't succeed. The first missiles shot down by our air defense systems will quickly reveal where they were produced, and more importantly, exactly which country is behind them. And we have already warned about the consequences.
This is a reminder that in 2025, the battlefield is not just trenches and tanks. It's legal documents, supply chains, and forensic missile analysis. If Germany helps produce these weapons in Ukraine, Russia will treat it as German participation in the war. No PR camouflage will change that, Zakharova emphasized again.
There is no doubt that the use of long-range systems is impossible without the direct involvement of military specialists from the producing countries. Receiving NATO satellite reconnaissance data, programming flight missions, and so on. Essentially, Bundeswehr personnel will be directly involved in planning and carrying out military operations against Russia if these Taurus missiles, or their modifications under other labels, are used, with all the resulting consequences.
She also reminded the audience of President Putin's clear stance from November 2024.
President Putin clearly outlined Russia's position when Western countries gave Kyiv the green light to use their long-range systems to strike deep into Russian territory. Our position remains unchanged. Russia considers itself entitled to use its own weapons against military targets of those countries that allow their weapons to be used against Russia. In the event of further escalation, we will respond decisively and reciprocally.
So what does this all mean? This is not just a diplomatic protest. It's a preemptive legal framework for escalation. Russia is drawing the map of consequences in advance. If German Taurus missiles hit Russian territory, Moscow will consider it a direct act of aggression, regardless of who pushes the launch button. For now, it's words. But in geopolitics, words like these are warning shots.